Hi everyone, it's Jamie Zebra 23 chat. Long time no see. I've been busy, been very, very busy. Okay, so this video is going to be about regret. So I've been posting, and people who watch my other channel, they'll like email me and be like, hey Jamie, I just wanted to say something about, so-and-so you mentioned on here. Do you think that maybe he was really in love with you, but maybe he just didn't know how to handle his parents? Or, that guy was really nice of him to let you stay there for like a year without like paying anything or being his girlfriend, and you just like being wild and crazy. All of that's true. So I want to talk about regret. Okay. So for me, when it comes to exes and relationships, once we broke up, I don't take you back. Once there's a breakup, I'm not taking you back. I am a Pisces, so I'm the kind of person that will work it out with you. Let's say I'm with a guy and then he falls into like a drug problem, some money problems. His whole life goes collapsing. I'm going to be there with the needle and thread to try to put it all back together. But to fix it, as long as there's not infidelity, I'm pretty much, which is really dumb of me. Please don't, nobody think like I do. Nobody do what I do. So as long as there's no infidelity involved, I'm willing to stick it out through thick and thin. I will do whatever it takes to make something work. That's just who I am. So I'm just that person. I don't care what hard times the man I'm with falls on, I will be there by his side no matter what. Sickness, health, rich, poor, doesn't matter. I'm a Pisces, so I will 100% just whatever it takes, I'll make it happen. I've always been that way with all of my relationships, but once infidelity is there, I can't do it, or once betrayal is there, I can't do it. I won't do it. So for me, when I first meet a man, he's like a virgin to me, even though of course he's not a virgin. To me, he's a virgin. To me, it's just me and him, that's it. We've only ever been together, just me and him, and that's all I focus on. But as soon as I get an inkling he's cheating or wanting other people, I immediately get so disgusted and so turned off that I don't want them anymore. Like, it's like a light switch. I instantly fall out of love. As soon as guys, so I instantly fall out of love. So just a little disclaimer here. So a few of the guys that I mentioned on here have actually emailed me because they've seen my videos. Because they watch my other channel like a hawk. They always have for years. All my exes watch my channels. Hi, exes. So, one of them was like, hey, can you never actually saw me cheating on you, so can you please not be spreading to the world that I like cheated on you and I was buying hookers when you never saw me? Well, if I saw that you were cruising fucking Backpage, you were buying hookers. What else were you reading? But anyway, that's another story. Okay, and as far as Kingsley goes, the Nigerian guy that I posted a video about, he did a lot of really great things for me. During that time, what I didn't mention in that video is my brother ended up passing away from a drug overdose while I was living with Kingsley. So just before I turned 18, when I was in Houston, Kingsley took me to identify the body. I was very, very upset. I was very, very broken. So he certainly, Kingsley's not a dumbass. I don't think of him that way. In fact, I don't know what I would have done without him in my life because I was so immature and so young, and I thought that nothing bad could ever happen to me. I was just out there, any mother's worst nightmare, is their kid out there just being just a dummy. Wow, I'm lucky that I fell into the hands of the people that I fell into the hands of. Otherwise, I don't know what I would have done, especially Muchacha, the Guatemalan guy. I don't know what I would have done without him. He really turned my life around and put me on the straight and narrow, got my head on straight, and it changed my life. Yeah, for the better, for sure. So just Kingsley's not a dumbass. He's a good guy. I did take his kindness for weakness. I do have to admit, these people that I've been with, except for one of them's in the penitentiary now doing 20 years for the most horrific thing that anyone can think of. That guy definitely pulled the wool over my eyes, for sure. I definitely got fucked over there. But all the other ones, I feel like I pretty much had the upper hand in that situation. In those situations, I knew what I was getting myself into, or at least I figured I knew. So I don't want anybody to think about these guys oh, they abused me, or they took a young girl and took advantage and this and that. I definitely got more out of the deal than they did. Most of them pretty much got nothing but a headache and no money in their bank account. Yeah. So I wouldn't say that, I'm a victim. I never called myself a victim. I don't think I'm a victim. So now back to do I have any regrets? I do regret not working it out better with Slick Willie, with the N-word maid guy. I think that as far as like a real relationship goes, he's probably the only guy that I was ever really, really in love with, where I can say where I can look back now years later and say, oh my God, I was freaking in love with that guy. It took me a year to even speak to another guy. After we broke up, like I couldn't even talk to another guy. And I ended up going to a cantina a year later, met the illegal immigrant from El Salvador, and now we have a 3-year-old. So yeah. I don't regret that part, of course, but I do regret I regret leaving while he was off, Slick Willie, the N-word made guy, I do regret leaving while he was offshore and then changing my number and all that. I do regret that. I should have just waited and talked to him face to face, and we would have worked it out like we always did. I wish I wouldn't have done that. Like, I really do. Like, that's the only regret I have out of any of the men that I've ever been with is Slick Willie. Because there was something very special there. There was something very real there. I mean, he didn't have to do any of the things he did for me, but he did. Yeah. So that's the only guy that I kind of regret not working it out with. We should have worked it out. I shouldn't have run away. I should have been an adult about it. But then on the other hand, I think, like, would I be a business owner now if I would have stayed with him? Would I have been happy? You know, I never would have had my little 3-year-old. Like, you know, there's a lot of things that, you know, come into play there. But if there was ever an opportunity for reconciliation, I don't know. I just might drop everything I have going on, and yeah, I don't know. I hope I'm never faced with the choice, because I'd probably choose getting back together. But let's not tempt fate here. Let's let everything go the way it's going. Like, yeah, everything's hunky-dory. My life is good. But yeah, that's probably the only guy. Also, one other regret that I have is trusting someone. Trusting some guy that I met. I just feel like he's connected to negativity and negative people. Nothing's bad has happened to me, but I just regret allowing a certain person in my life at a certain time in my life. Although, like, everything happens for a reason, of course, but I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I opened a can of worms, and I'd like to close it back up again. And, like, pretend like I never met the person, and I pray that they pretend like they never met me, and they go on their happy, hunky-dory way, going clubbing every night, and partying it up, and sleeping around, do whatever you want. I just wish I never answered the message. I wish I never would have given out my phone number. I wish I never would have told them my address. Like, there's just one person that I wish I never did that with, and I know a lot of guys, and I only feel that way about one guy. So, yeah. I don't know, I just feel like something's coming. Something not so good is coming of this. And I'm prepared. Or that was before, that was in the past. That's nothing current, but yeah. But anyway, so all is well. These guys did not abuse me. I had one really bad guy, the worst person I ever met, who, again, I said is doing 20 years in the penitentiary. So he's the worst person that I've ever met, the most horrific person I've ever met. But other than that, everybody else has been so nice to me, so kind to me, so sweet to me. People always treat me nice, men and women. So I'm a very, very fortunate person. So I just wanted to clear that up with the regret stuff. And for the people that email me about my videos, this is like, I consider this like lighthearted stuff. Yeah, I've had some bad situations, some traumatic situations, but I don't feel comfortable sharing it on here because I don't like people to pity me. That's not something that I ever like. I want to feel like, I like to feel empowered and strong. I don't want anyone to be like, oh, poor Jamie. Like that shit would piss me off. So nobody feel sorry for me. Nobody feel bad for me. I'm a big girl, you know. I made my bed, I gotta sleep in it. You know, I'm responsible for any actions that I've taken or things that I've done. Like I said, I have that one regret, just that one regret. And it's kind of like, I don't know if I regret it because I have a lot of good things in my life right now. So I don't know if I really regret it, but I do have to say I do regret it in many ways. Like, I wish that I could snap my fingers and wake up back with him, but with my little 3-year-old, my business and all the good things that I have, the opportunities that I have going on now. That's what I wish, but you know, we can't go back. There is no time travel. I wish I could go forward, grab the 3-year-old, grab my business, grab everything else that I have, and then go back to that time. Be like, okay, we're back. But I can't. All right, guys, Jamie Zebra 23 chat. Ta-ta for now.